Hello, beautiful people. Today I just wanted to share with you all that I've learned recently about testosterone and the role it plays in women's health. Who knew? I did know that, and maybe you knew this, that women produce small amounts of testosterone. Did you know that it's important to us women for our health and that low testosterone can be a problem? Of course, as well as too high testosterone in women. Up until my testosterone tested low recently, and if you haven't been following, I urge you to go back and watch some of my bioidentical hormone replacement therapy videos. So I went to a doctor and we tested the sex hormones, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, and immediately my testosterone came back low. Interestingly, in 2016, I had had a panel of blood work done, and again my testosterone was low, but at the time I thought nothing of it and didn't actually do anything about it, and I've carried on. It's low again, or maybe it's been low all along. So if you recall from my other videos, the doctor had put me on a hormone replacement gel, a testosterone replacement gel called Testo Gel. You just rub it in on your skin, and obviously that is meant to boost my levels. It is a physiologic dose, meaning it's not like the high doses that these bodybuilders take. And we tested again after 2 weeks, and immediately my testosterone tested high. In fact, they'd flagged it as high on the blood work, so he's told me to lower the dose. I can't say that I was feeling any major symptom of low testosterone in particular that stood out, but I went to the doctor because of the odd night sweats. And yes, I have been feeling a bit sort of sluggish and maybe a bit low in mood and energy. But then again, stuff like this is always hard to pin down because we are sitting in the time of COVID-19. We've been in lockdown. It's a generally depressing and stressful kind of situation. So whether my mood being low is related to that or the testosterone, it's hard to tell. But I wanted to share what I've learned with you as a woman to woman, whether you are a young woman, a postmenopausal woman, or like me, a perimenopausal woman. It is actually important to our health to get our levels right because, and here's the kicker that I didn't know, testosterone plays a role in our bone health. So low testosterone in women can lead to osteoporosis. Obviously, it works in conjunction with vitamin D3 and our estrogen as well. But as I'm learning, all the hormones operate like a symphony. If one is out of tune, either too high or too low, it will affect the others. So I'm imagining our bodies and our hormones as a beautiful orchestra playing a symphony, and every instrument has its role. Whether it needs to be in a small dose, like a low little song, or a high dose, our hormones need to be balanced. I am so glad now that I am on the replacement therapy. I have noticed for me that even in going on now 3 weeks of being on the testosterone replacement gel, it seems that my mood is better. Again, hard to pinpoint because it's a subtle feeling, and our heavy lockdown has lifted. So life is becoming more normal as I take the therapy. And this is what I find difficult with a lot of things to do with my body, but yes, I have noticed a slightly more improved energy and an increase in mood. Some of the signs and symptoms, if you are wondering for yourself whether your testosterone is too low and whether you want to get it tested: sluggishness, fertility problems are signs of low testosterone. It affects your muscle strength. So if you've got low muscle or low muscle tone, muscle weakness or low muscle tone, decreased sex drive, an inability to achieve orgasm. There's some very weird signs and symptoms, and a lot of them may not always be very obvious, like thinning of pubic hair. That could just be old age, but it's one of the signs. So I encourage you, if you're not sure, just go and get a blood test done. Yes, there's a cost involved, but I think it's worth it to just know where you're at. Now, you've got to be careful and do your testosterone replacement therapy under the supervision of a doctor, and I'm glad that I am, because if you go too high with your testosterone as a woman, you can get some facial hair on your chin or chest, you can get acne, you can get male pattern baldness, you can get deepening of your voice, you can get an enlarged clit, you can get an apple shape to your body. I don't think we want any of those, do we, ladies? No. So I've got no side effects as of right now. I'm feeling great, and the doctor has advised me to lower the dose every second day so that it's not, because it was flagged as high now in my last test. So I tested once and then I tested 2 weeks later. I just wanted to share all this information with you so that it's beneficial to you if you're not sure. As a woman, you see, I didn't know. Obviously, we produce smaller amounts of testosterone than men, but it's critical for us also for our red blood cell count. Who knew? So we need it for that too. We need it for keeping our mood good, for our red blood cell production, for maintenance of our muscle mass, for our bone health, so to prevent osteoporosis, for energy, and for, I suppose, keeping our weight even, and for fertility as well, by the way. And so I think it's important for us to just be aware of all the hormones. I don't want to overload you with knowledge, but knowledge is power, and I feel like I must share what I'm learning so that it helps you. I still need to go now test progesterone after my progesterone therapy, but testosterone is important for women. Oh yes, the other thing is it's produced in our adrenals and in our ovaries. Interestingly enough, if our ovaries are removed surgically or after menopause, when we are no longer ovulating, our testosterone production can drop in half. If we have adrenal problems, our testosterone production can drop. I am a little bit baffled as to why my testosterone is so low. It could be that it's low because my thyroid hormone is low. It could be low because in general of stress, or my body produces very little. As to the exact reason why mine in particular is low, I don't have an answer for that yet. I guess we all operate differently. There's a potential that being on the pill maybe all these years when I was younger could have affected my hormone production. So I think it's almost irrelevant to question why. I think it's better to just look at what is. If I can't find the reason why, it doesn't matter. Let's just get it right and working, because my health is what's important, and I want to have a good, healthy life, as I'm sure you do too. So I encourage you to get tests done, and if you're feeling good and you're young, get a baseline test. Why not? And then you can always compare it years later. This is all the information that I have for you. I hope it's helpful. Use it. If you find this useful, please share with other women. Women, ladies, we need to take our health into our own hands, please. Feeling our best is so vital because we care for people all around us. We have children, we have families, we go out to work. We just need to look after ourselves. And if you don't look after yourself, who will? Mwah. Beautiful woman, have a great day. Please like and share. Help me build this little channel and help me spread useful information. And to answer your burning question, which I'm sure you're dying to know the answer to, has the testosterone replacement therapy increased my sex drive? The honest answer is I don't know. Not really. I think it's nothing obvious. It's not like I'm thinking about sex all day long. I guess in general, because it's improving my sort of mood and my energy, I just feel more receptive to anything that's fun and exciting. So no, I'm not a raving, it's not on my mind all the time, if that's what you were thinking. So yeah, I know that the doctors often prescribe it for decreased sex drive in women. I'm not sure whether that would be effective. The jury's out in terms of the research I've done, but there's your answer. It's just made me more receptive in general. And more even keeled with my mood. So that's cool. Bye.